Love against the odds, a mother's dignity, a policeman's heart, and the battle for a future together. In a fragile shelter by the riverside, where rain leaks through crooked tin sheets and gossip whispers louder than truth, a quiet love has begun to take root, tender, unlikely, and now under threat. Single mother Lee Hoài Ca has known little else but hardship. Life never handed her a gentle hand. Yet, in the arms of struggle, she raised her child with unwavering strength and quiet dignity. And then came Hong, a respected police officer, gentle in manner, firm in duty, and with a heart that saw beyond appearances. Where others saw scandal, he saw courage. Where his mother saw shame, he saw resilience. But love, in this world, is rarely allowed to bloom freely. The ultimatum. Hong's mother, staunch, traditional, and fiercely status-conscious, had long suspected something was stirring between her son and Ca. One day, her suspicions were confirmed. She followed her son and discovered him quietly delivering food, medicine, and moments of solace to the small family by the river. In her eyes, Ca was a stain, a homeless woman, pregnant out of wedlock, the embodiment of everything unsuitable for her polished, dignified son. She confronted Ca directly, arriving in a sleek black car that looked painfully out of place next to Ca's makeshift hut. Her words were cold and cruel. "I'm Hong's mother. And I came to tell you, stay away from my son." Ca stood stunned, clutching a basket of vegetables, her clothes damp with sweat. She tried to speak, to explain, but was silenced by scorn. "You are nothing. You will ruin him." Left in the dust, Ca crumbled to the ground in silent sobs, not because she was defeated, but because once again, she had been seen not as a human, but as a blemish. A son torn between blood and love. That same evening, Hong came home to fury. His mother, livid, accused him of bringing disgrace upon their family. "You will marry the woman I chose," she spat, "the daughter of Mr. Tran. It's already arranged." Hong clenched his fists, silent and shaking. Love, choice, even decency, everything felt crushed beneath the weight of a twisted filial duty. He said nothing. He simply walked out. That night, the city lights blurred as he drove without destination, his mind clouded by guilt. Not for loving Ca, but for failing to shield her from his mother's venom. Then came an unexpected reprieve. His mother left town for a few days. And in that brief window, Hong chose not escape, but truth. A home by the river. He rushed to the riverside, where Ca was sweeping the yard. Their eyes met. She smiled faintly, soft, almost apologetic. "I don't blame your mother," she said. Some people have never known hardship. They can't understand what it means to live like this. Her voice didn't tremble with anger, only understanding. And in that moment, Hung stepped forward, not as a savior, but as a man who saw her fully. I care for you and your child. It's not pity, it's love. Will you let me be a part of your life? And under the fading sun, beside the rusted stove he quietly repaired, Ka let the first flicker of belief stir in her heart. Becoming worthy. That night, after Hung left, Ka sat alone in the dark. Her son slept soundly under a worn blanket. She didn't cry. She didn't curse the injustice. She simply stared into the quiet and made a vow, not to prove anyone wrong, but to honor the love that had dared to see her. From that day, Ka rose before the sun. She walked through mud to harvest lotus buds, sold flowers in the market, cleaned homes, gathered firewood, washed clothes. Every coin she earned was more than survival. It was dignity reclaimed. She worked until her skin blistered, until her limbs trembled, not for pity, but for a future built with her own hands. The strength of small things. While his mother was away, Hung found solace in the smallest gestures. He brought vegetables, bags of rice, a few candies for the child. He repaired her roof, fixed the door, swept the yard. Their lives intertwined quietly, like two rivers meeting in the dusk, and the child, the bright-eyed toddler who clung to his mother, took to Hung with instinctual joy. Uncle Hung, he'd chirp, arms outstretched. One evening, Hung invited them to dinner at his home. It was modest but warm. Ka sat at a real table for the first time in years, watching Hung taste soup nervously. My mom usually cooks, but I wanted to try. She didn't respond with words. Her eyes, filled with something deeper than affection, said it all. Tragedy strikes. Then, just as hope seemed tangible, fate struck. During a drug bust, Hung was ambushed and seriously wounded. Ka didn't hesitate. She left her child in trusted hands and rushed to his home. Seeing him pale and in pain, her heart cracked, but her hands went to work. She cleaned, fed, dressed wounds, brewed herbal medicine. At night, when their child slept between them, she whispered, "Try to sleep." "I'll cook something light tomorrow." Hung didn't speak. He simply took her hand. In that moment, they didn't need declarations. The silence between them spoke of real love, earned, tested, alive. A family found. For the first time, Hung's home was filled with warmth, not wealth, but life. Laughter, the clinking of dishes, the soft steps of a woman who belonged, not because she was chosen by society, but because she had been chosen by love. It was real. It was family. And it terrified Hung's mother. The storm returns. Back in the countryside, during a routine call with a neighbor, Hung's mother learned the truth. Her son had disobeyed her. The woman she had warned was living in his home. Her fury was volcanic. No more ultimatums. No more negotiations. She booked the earliest return ticket. This time, she would end it all, for good. But will Hung be ready to fight for his love? Will Ka, already bruised by so much, survive another battle for dignity? And can love forged in silence stand against the storm to come? Stay tuned.